Welcome to Travel Beans. I'm Emma and this is Alex and we are travelling Turkey.
Yeah. Life is good. Turkey is good.
Now kiss Emma.
Last night we arrived at a place called English Harbour and it was not like pulling into a cove in the ocean, it was like pulling into a lake.
The effect on the water was quite surreal. It was almost dreamlike as we pulled in. And then especially you have all these pine trees surrounding the bay, mixed with the still water, kind of looked like something I would expect in Canada.
Yeah, that's so true, especially because you have all of these iconic photos of Canada, of these pristine lakes surrounded by pine trees, and that's exactly like how it was.
The reason this place is called English Harbour is quite interesting, was that during World War II, a lot of the Greek islands were occupied by those naughty Germans. But before the Americans came to save us all, the British were hiding in these bays to be able to plan their attacks.
Another interesting fact about this bay is that it has a frequent visitor known as Erdoğan, the president of Turkey.
Erdoğan has a holiday home here, but if he is in the area, you are not allowed to go and see this place because he has these huge warships that are here protecting him. But thank God he wasn't actually here.
Which meant we got to enjoy the bay. We then spent the evening having some incredible Turkish food and really good conversation. Specifically, learning how to do the rolling R sound, which us Brits are kind of famous for being rubbish at.
Abdurrahim.
Abdulrahim.
Abdurrahim.
Abdulrahim.
Ramazan.
Ramazan.
Oh,
Soner.
okay.
Sonar.
Keriman.
Kerim. Kerim.
Kerryman!
Keriman.
Kerryman!
Keriman.
It's extremely difficult and this is my attempt.
That's probably the best job he's done. You guys are lucky. Usually it's just like
It's usually okay, it's gone.
no, it's gone. That's what
Roberto!
oh my god. We've just been dropped off at Kissebükü, which is another abandoned Greek town back from the population exchange in the 1920s.
We have talked about the population exchange in more detail in a previous video, but for those who haven't seen that, effectively in the 20s there was a newly formed Turkish government who insisted that all the Greeks that were living in Turkey had to leave immediately and vice versa. Probably most interestingly is that the Turkish didn't really value these coastal areas, so all of the places left by the Greeks were completely abandoned, left to be reclaimed by nature. Have we got any poo experts watching? Because I want to know, what is this poo? What animal it is? Because there's quite a lot of it. It's quite big, so it must be quite a big animal. I'm guessing it's the wild pigs, which I have heard that Turkey does have a lot of, but it doesn't taste like wild pig's poo.
How cool is this? You can definitely imagine that this used to be like somebody's house and people lived in here. We don't know too much about this place, but what we do know is the area was quite well known for growing grapes and producing wine, or at least until it was obviously abandoned.
I think we've said this in every video so far when it's come to the ancient ruins here in Turkey, but it's still really crazy to us that just anyone can come here. If you want, you can just take a piece of it with you. We have seen signs at the airport and we have heard that they're very strict when it comes to bringing any artifacts or rocks from Turkey, so in theory you can take what you want, but if you do, you're probably going to get in a lot of trouble.
I've just come over and seen this really cool like underground area, which when you look inside looks like it would have been awesome back in the day, but now it is just full of plastic, bottles, rubbish. Humans are so disgusting. What is the point? Just take it with you, please. One thing that I am really loving about Turkey at the moment is that I feel like a full-on explorer here. There are like ruins everywhere that you just have access to. Most of the time you don't even have to pay to see them, and usually there's no one else around, so you have it completely to yourself. Also, you've got all the greenery and nature intertwined with it, so I feel like Indiana Jones. So cool! We saw like the house, the round house over there.
Yeah.
So nice.
Actually, if you have time, we are planning to stay here. You see this rock?
Yeah.
It will take only half hour of you to walk up there till there, and you will see the houses left from like Middle Age, Stone Age.
Oh,
and still
cool.
people are living, and they will be happy to see somebody and offer some fruit.
That would be very cool.
If you like to.
Yes.
It's good time to walk if you are not so tired. To just follow the road up there, and the view is fantastic.
Perfect.
Before the trek, we've got to make sure that we're hydrated. Any of you guys going to a hot place and you're not hydrating, you're asking for trouble. So I'm going to take this dinghy back to the boat. But I tried to use this yesterday, and if that was anything to go by, I'm going to be a while.
Out the water first out. You could just pull on the rope until you get there. Oh shit! Sit down, sit down!
That was a terrible idea!
Oh my god. The boat's that way.
Now we're cooking.
That boy makes me laugh too much. Oh my god. Look at him.
And it's as easy as that. You know how people say they're born in the wrong generation sometimes? I was born in the wrong era. I should have been born as a caveman. No, no, I am doing just fine in this era.
We found another one, guys, another tortoise. If you haven't already seen it, go back and watch our Fethiye video because we came across a bunch of tortoises when doing a hike there. We found another one. He looks like quite a big guy, actually.
Is it common to see these?
Yeah, because here is his home, homeland.
As far as animals go that live in the mountains, I feel like a tortoise has got to be one of the worst ones. Surely if they lose grip, they're just going to go tumbling down the mountain. That's the last place I want to live.
It's starting to rain fairly heavily now, so we're going to head back. We were hoping to be able to see some old stone houses, which the captain told us about, but unfortunately the weather has other plans. Time to go back to the boat. It's sod's law that as soon as we turn around and start coming back down the mountain, the sun comes out, it's beautiful hot weather again. But luckily there is nothing better than this beautiful hot sunshine to go in this fantastic Turkish water. I'm going to go for a swim back to the boat. Alex, I'm going to leave you with the camera so you can get the boat.
Oh. How is it, Niyazi?
Fine, very good. Life is good. Sea is good. Sun is good. Alex is good.
This morning we woke up for sunrise on the boat and got the dinghy across to the mainland. Yesterday we were recommended to go on a walk by the captain, but he also recommended to come and see this other part of the ancient site.
See the people, their archaeologists are digging. They find out one church and one tomb.
Oh, wow.
And this really open around is fantastic.
So where is that? That's
Just
just at the end.
the other side of the boat.
We didn't have time to come and see it yesterday, so we made sure we got up early so we could come and see it this morning.
So the site we're stood at right now is currently under excavation, and actually yesterday in the afternoon there was a bunch of archaeologists here digging things up.
So I spent a lot of yesterday afternoon trying to find some information about this place, and effectively there is nothing in English and in Turkish about the history of this place.
However, one of the guests on the boat was able to ask in Turkish to the archaeologists what was going on here, and they managed to figure out that one of the buildings here is a chapel and the other one is some kind of tomb.
So this is from the 6th century, so it's over 1,400 years old, and also the buildings that we were looking at yesterday on the other end of the bay are about 1,300 years old. Now we need to head back to the boat before they leave without us, but thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, there is these two things on the channel. Well, this one doesn't exist. It's this one. That's the one you want to press.
And please leave us a comment if you have any information.
Oh, that's our alarm to get back.
Oh no. Also, if you have any more information about the ruins that we've seen in this video, leave it in the comments below.
And don't forget to subscribe. Just double check if you are subscribed. We all make mistakes. And finally, thank you very much for watching. See you next time, and beans out!